Have you ever chased a whispered legend, only to find it echoes your own hidden longing? Imagine standing at the edge of a snow-draped mountain, the crisp air biting your skin like the sting of forgotten regrets, while a distant steam rises like a ghost from the past. This is the pull of Episode 3 of Sousou no Frieren Season 2, released on January 30th, 2026, a tale that mirrors those ancient quests in history, like Marco Polo's trek across unforgiving lands in search of hidden wonders, only to discover truths about the heart along the way. As Frieren and her companions press northward, this episode nestles into the ongoing arc of quiet rediscovery, where the immortal elf grapples with time's fleeting grasp. I was struck by its gentle rhythm, like a heartbeat slowing in winter's hush, teasing deeper bonds and unspoken desires. But what if the real treasure isn't the destination, but the awkward stumbles that force us to face who we truly are? You'll feel the chill of the peaks, the warmth of budding connections, and an itch to uncover what lies just beyond the mist, compelling you to watch, not for answers, but for the questions that linger like smoke. In this episode, streaming exclusively on Crunchyroll, Frieren, Fern, and Stark stumble upon an unusually warm pocket in the icy northern lands, sparked by rumors of a legendary hidden hot spring in the Etwas Mountains. Picture yourself trudging through knee-deep snow, much like explorers in the historical Yukon Gold Rush, driven by tales of elusive riches that promise relief from the cold grind of daily survival. The group battles a comical yet fierce three-headed lizard, Stark hilariously serving as bait while the mages soar above, firing spells in a chaotic dance that echoes those slapstick chases in old folklore, like Hercules wrestling mythical beasts, but with a twist of everyday clumsiness. They reach the spring, only to find it's a mere ankle-deep puddle, a letdown that sparks laughter and reflection. Back in a nearby hot spring town, tensions simmer as Stark, feeling the pressure of idle time, blurts out an invitation to Fern for a date, turning to Frieren for advice rooted in her long-ago memories. Building from the previous episode's retrieval of a family heirloom and hints of growing camaraderie, this one shifts toward personal horizons, leaving you wondering, will this simple outing unravel threads of affection, or just add another layer of mystery to their endless path? The suspense builds like a storm on the horizon, urging you to see how these small choices ripple into something profound. This episode meanders like a river through history's forgotten valleys. Think of Lewis and Clark's expedition, where side paths often held the real discoveries. It advances the main narrative subtly, emphasizing the party's northward trek without major twists, but ends on a cliffhanger of sorts. Stark's bold move sets up interpersonal drama, much like a pivotal alliance in wartime tales that changes everything. Pacing is deliberate, balancing comedy with quiet moments, avoiding the rush of battle-heavy arcs. From manga chapters around 65 to 66, post the first-class mage exam, it clarifies cloudy aspects fans often debate on Reddit and X, like Frieren's emotional immaturity, shown in a hilarious 3-day tantrum flashback, echoing her past party's patience. No loose ends here. The manga sheds light that this detour isn't filler but a mirror to Frieren's growth, explaining why she now cherishes fleeting joys. Discussions on platforms highlight how previous episodes' heirloom quest ties in, underscoring themes of legacy, while fan theories speculate on the date's outcome. Truly, it's a setup that demystifies the elves' detachment, making the show's core, time's inequality, crystal clear. Frieren emerges as a multifaceted soul, her hidden wounds from centuries of loss surfacing in childlike outbursts, consistent yet surprising, like a stoic historical figure, say, Cleopatra, revealing vulnerability in private. Her advice to Stark feels transformative, drawing from memories that heal her own isolation. Fern's prickly exterior cracks, her motivations rooted in unspoken affection, choices that surprise like a quiet rebellion in a classic novel. Stark's growth shines brightest. His impulsive date request, born from fear of boredom, mirrors real-life leaps of faith, transforming him from comic relief to a relatable everyman. Their dialogues ring true, evolving from banter to tentative intimacy, leaving you sensing the weight of what's unsci. Power here is subtle, not in spells but in vulnerability, questioning morality through simple acts, like choosing companionship over solitude, akin to Socrates pondering the good life amid mundane chats. Sacrifice appears in Stark's bait role, hope battles despair in the underwhelming spring's humor, survival through shared laughter. These manifest in struggles, Frieren's immortality versus human urgency, evoking historical divides like ancient philosophers debating time's cruelty. It's a meditation on identity, who are we without our journeys, provoking curiosity about your own fleeting moment. New lore trickles in, the northern lands' hot springs as magical anomalies, enriching the universe like hidden oases in desert epics, complicating travel with whimsy and peril. It deepens the sense of a living world, where myths hold partial truth. The script is sharp and poetic, avoiding cliches. Frieren's quips carry foreshadowing, like, do you realize who who you're asking? Resonating post-credits, much like Hemingway's iceberg theory, where surface words hide depths. Impactful exchanges build suspense, connecting you to the scene. Feel Stark's nervous sweat, Fern's hesitant nod, as if you're eavesdropping on a pivotal moment in your own life story. Craving resolutio under art director Sawako Takagi's vision, the visuals stun. Fluid movements in the lizard fight contrast stillness in reflective scenes, colors shifting from icy blues to warm steams, symbolizing inner thaws. Lighting plays with shadows, like firelight on faces during confessions, shaping heartbreak and hope. Credit to the animators and visuals director for making beauty mean vulnerability, not just spectacle director Tomoya Kitagawa's camera angles. Low shots during climbs, tight close-ups on flustered expressions, amplify tension, editing rhythms mirroring heartbeats, like a historical drama's slow build to revelation. Evan calls OST acts as a silent companion, motifs swelling in flashbacks, crescendos during chases burning into memory. Silence speaks volumes in the puddle reveal, louder than any roar, evoking the quiet after a storm in real battles. Atsumi Tanizaki as Frieren delivers with tremor and intensity, embodying eternal whimsy. Kana Ichino's as Fern captures subtle shifts. Chiaki Kobayashi's Stark infuses humor with sincerity. Their timbres tremble like voices in a confessional, drawing you deeper. This episode left me with a scar of wonder, feelings of warmth amid chill, like surviving a historical siege only to find peace in camaraderie. Pivotal moments, Frieren's meltdown, Stark's leap, collide like destinies in epic tales, shifting perspectives on love and loss. It echoes universal questions. How do we bridge time's gaps? You'll feel the mountain's weight on your shoulders, the steam's caress, pondering your own unspoken desires, curiosity burning to see if these threads weave into joy or sorrow. Some might critique the slow pacing or lack of action as opacity, but reverse that, it's deliberate, like Thucydides' histories favoring depth over flash, thematic choices enhancing immersion. The split from the manga's date arc feels abrupt, yet it builds anticipation masterfully. Balanced, it's a gem with minor edges that polish its shine. Episode 3 excels in subtle strengths, character intimacy, thematic resonance, outweighing any minor lulls, succeeding as a poetic pause in the grand odyssey. I anticipate more heart tugs ahead. But what if this detour is your own turning point, a whisper urging you forward? Watch, and let it become the inevitable step in unraveling your soul's quiet mysteries.